What's up, everybody? This is Tap to Wrestle with Suplexus. I'm Suplexus, and today I'm gonna give you my review for a Clash in Paris, France. So, without further ado, let's get into the matches. So, the first one was Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Now, in my prediction video, I said that I expected this to be a good match. Nothing great, nothing bad, just good. And what I got sadly disappointed me because, well, I don't think it was a necessarily bad match. I thought it was very mediocre, mainly because it took a really long time to get started. It felt like only in the last 4 or 5 minutes they were actually hitting their big spots and their big moves. But yeah, it took way too long to get there. Um, Definitely for this year, it is the weakest Roman Reigns match I've seen. If I were to rank, I think the Mania was his best. I wouldn't really count the Royal Rumble because there's 30 people. And then I would say the SummerSlam tag. I would say Solo Sikoa. And then we got this match. But yeah, I couldn't find much interest in it until the last 4 or 5 minutes. However, the main story coming out of it wasn't the match result itself, which I thought should have went to Bronson Reed, especially after what happened after the match. But the main story was Roman gets his shoes back, he's on the table throwing them into the crowd and whatnot. And then out of nowhere, Braun Breaker spears him through the table. So they lay a brutal beatdown on Roman Reigns. And overall, this segment lasted about 50 minutes, which is a little longer than it needed to. I think they could have cut this match down a bit by about 5 minutes or so, and it would have been better. So, with this attack after the match, I see it leading to Braun Breaker fighting Roman Reigns one-on-one. I don't think it'll happen at WrestlePalooza because Roman Reigns has to film Street Fighter. However, there is a chance with them counter-programming AEW All Out that they'll just run that match at WrestlePalooza. The build for it sort of already happened. That could be Roman's grand return, and he can fight Braun Breaker. So that's on the table for WrestlePalooza. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Overall, this was very mediocre opening match. If I were to rate it, I'd say it's 3 out of 5. So, the next match is a tag team championship match between the White Six, Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy wrestling the Street Profits, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. I said in my predictions video that I thought AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio should have been on the card. So this is a match that I would have replaced that with. I really don't know why this was on the card. Like, I guess they did a Borderlands sponsorship, but you couldn't have given that to Dominic or AJ. Like, the match wasn't anything special. The White Six retained. I don't have much to say about it. It wasn't anything special. Probably the weakest thing on the show, in my opinion. Well, it is the weakest thing on the show, in my opinion. So, Nothing special. I think Carmelo and The Miz should have won the tag team match to get this opportunity. And then we could have told the story of them either splitting up or winning the tag team titles. But no, what could I do now? I don't book it. So, the third match was between Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental title. Excuse me, sorry. I thought this was a solid match. I thought it was actually good. Aside from a little botch by Nikki Bella going for the dropkick and getting nothing. I thought it was solid. It was good. Becky Lynch retains. It seems like all these women that come back, they put Becky Lynch against. They did it with Alita, they did it with Trish Stratus, and now they're doing it with Nikki Bella. And yeah, this exceeded my expectations. I expected something I would not like at all. But there you have it. Solid work by them. Maybe good's a bit of an overstatement. It was solid. So, the next match was my personal favorite match of the night. It is a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Old does not have a D in it. OL. Good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Sheamus and Rusev fought each other. This was just really fun. Everything they did in this. If you remember Imperium versus Brawling Brutes, Extreme Rules 2022, they had a Donnybrook one. I don't know if that was a good old Donnybrook match. Not sure. Let me know in the comments. Was it just a normal Donnybrook match or a good old Donnybrook match? Anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed this. It was entertaining, and with the show we had so far, I wanted to be entertained. So they did that. Match of the night, in my opinion. Good stuff from Sheamus and Rusev. And now, the second last match, John Cena versus Logan Paul. In my opinion, this was good. It wasn't great. Now, there wasn't really a in-ring story to this match. Even the opener, which I didn't like as much as this, had a story to it of Roman hitting the spear for the win, him getting his shoes back, him getting revenge, overcoming Bronson Reed. This was just them kind of hitting moves. Cena would hit something different, Logan would hit something different, Cena would hit something different. You get it? That was kind of the whole match. So it was good, but I can't say it's anything better than that personally. Probably aside from Money in the Bank and WrestleMania, this is my least favorite John Cena pay-per-view match. I like SummerSlam with Cody, Night Champions Punk, Backlash Orton more than this one. That's my taste though. So it was good. I'm surprised we didn't get any Brock Lesnar interference. That felt like a shoe-in to set up for WrestlePalooza. On a side note, could you imagine Brock Lesnar coming out and saying, "I want to fight you at WrestlePalooza"? That would sound a little funny, in my opinion. Or Cena, "I challenge you to WrestlePalooza." A silly name for a pay-per-view. Doesn't sound convincing. But yeah, it was good. Now let's talk about the main event. I actually thought this was just okay, this Fatal 4-Way. It really didn't do it for me. I expected it to feel more chaotic. I wanted it to be like the SummerSlam 4-way between Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Samoa Joe. But it wasn't that good. It was just okay as a main event. And I think, aside from WrestleMania Night 2, this was the weakest main event of the year, in my opinion. I thought it was just okay. Wasn't anything more, anything less. Okay, serviceable match. LA Knight was the MVP in my opinion. And the real story coming out of this is Becky Lynch joining Seth Rollins' faction. I've made it known I am not the biggest Becky Lynch fan. However, I do think this is a really good move to make for Becky Lynch. Her bouncing off Paul Heyman, first Paul Heyman girl ever. I think that create decent television. I don't think it could bring down the faction at all. I think it'll only bring it up. Perhaps Becky Lynch wins her world title down the line and Seth Rollins has his. That could be something. A little power couple for Monday Night Raw. But, yeah. My overall thoughts on the show. I think this might be my least favorite WWE pay-per-view of the year. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. I wasn't a big fan of it. A lot of matches disappointed me. Only one exceeded my very low expectations. 5 out of 10. Not thumbs down, not thumbs up, thumbs in the middle. So, with that being said, the review is now done. I just want to address I am going back to school on Wednesday, so this is going to be my last YouTube video for a long time. So, thank you so much. I've enjoyed the videos that I've been able to produce this summer, whether it was Future Slam, SummerSlam, all-in predictions, all-in weekend, SummerSlam reviews, everything surrounding Evolution. It hasn't been as good as last summer, but I think it's still been pretty decent in my opinion. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had as great of a summer as I did. This has been Suplexus. I'll see you next month. Bye!